I think a lot of people out there are mortgaging their trust to get back a little extra time. And then someday you're like, what am I going to do with all this time now that nobody wants to work with me? Do I feel like I'm writing and putting things into the world that people give a shit about? We just had a super embarrassing moment in the company. Like, I haven't been this embarrassed in 15 years. Trust is built over time and broken in an instant. Like, if you're married and you've been faithful for 99.99% of the minutes of your marriage, and you're unfaithful for those 5 minutes, doesn't matter. Trust is now broken. Hope it was worth it.
When did you last change your mind about something big in marketing, and what led to that?
A year and a half ago, I was like, ooh, I think SEO, do I feel like I'm writing and putting things into the world that people give a shit about? People are going to be the right people to win in AI search. I'm watching the tactics that SEO people are deploying, the tools and dumb shit. Like, I'm watching myself get destroyed on certain AI searches where I'm getting destroyed on this. I've got all this PR, all this press, all this stuff, all these and it's not finding me. Oh, because some listicle with 10 companies listed I've never heard of as the top generative AI agencies, and they've shared it around enough websites where they're ranking. CEOs are freaking out about this stuff. When I was doing SEO, you didn't want to hear from me. Now you want to hear what I got to say, and we're walking in with let's put up this fucking listicle on your website. I put more of my ideas out on the internet to be completely destroyed by people, to make me better, attach new ideas, make me think differently. And most people are like, oh, I don't want to put this out because I'm not sure if it doesn't sound right. And just put it into the world, see what happens, build on top of it. People are heavily underinvested in building out internal influencers. If you write shit that people actually like, they're talking about you somewhere in circles that you have no idea. And all that traffic someday is just going to show up as direct.
What should brands be asking before they touch AI?
The most important prompt to track is tell me about and the name of my company by model. Because then it says, oh, well, if I've written down what I wish people knew about my business, and then I said, tell me about Seer Interactive, then I start to see the disconnects between who I say I want to be and what I want to be known for against what the AI knows about me. That's the thing that I think people should do before you do anything. What do they already know about you? What do they believe about you? And then does that line up with what you want to be known about or what you want to be believed about? And that gap is the work.
What's one obvious truth about SEO that's actually bullshit once you dig into the data?
The hottest of the hot takes on this is stop trying to track ROI from these content and marketing efforts, because you just can't do it because things are happening in circles that you just don't know. So what you want to do is say, do I feel like I'm writing and putting things into the world that people give a shit about? I just keep writing stuff that people like and that people come back to over and over again. That's the job. Because somewhere they'll think of me when I have a problem that I might be able to solve.
How are you seeing trust show up or fall apart in the customer journey today with the AI and all of the other crap that we didn't have 2 years ago?
There's a book I read called Speed of Trust, and it reminded me, it was just a good reminder that trust is built over time and broken in an instant. Like, if you're married and you've been faithful for 99.99% of the minutes of your marriage, and you're unfaithful for those 5 minutes, doesn't matter. Trust is now broken. Hope it was worth it. I look at AI the exact same way. You know, you start peppering in a little bit of AI, and somewhere somebody starts feeling like, ooh, that? Like, we just had a super embarrassing moment in the company. Like, I haven't been this embarrassed in 15 years. And then we just had something like that happen recently where a slide deck went out and it was like all AI driven, because people with taste go, oh, I'm not putting my name on this. So then you broke trust. And now you broke trust. Now you got to rebuild it. So yeah, you saved an hour, but you lost my trust. Is my trust worth more than an hour? It's your job to now build back up trust with me. I'm the cheated on spouse. You embarrassed me. I'm not doing work to try to meet you halfway. Human connection. Don't fuck up the human connection doing some dumb AI shit, having it write your blog posts, and it leaves something in that you didn't realize. And now people are like, wait, when it says, hey, here's the revised version of the blog post, and then you copy and pasted the whole thing and put it into a freaking LinkedIn, lost trust. How many people saw that and went, oh, you just copy and pasted this out of you put that little effort? Unfollow. I refuse to let AI write for me. Just straight up. I refuse to have AI choose what parts of my videos to cut up. So much of the job to be done is to be different. In AI, we all know it. It's going to lead us to the same path. There's nothing wrong with that. And you can prompt it to holy hell, or you can just write what you fucking feel. I'm never going to use AI to try to sound like me, ever. Give me ideas, help me to think through things. I'm going to write it all up my fucking self. I think a lot of people out there are mortgaging their trust to get back a little extra time. And then someday you're like, what am I going to do with all this time now that nobody wants to work with me? That sounds like a you problem.
And so that was my thing, is I'd rather take that 1 in 10 or that 1 in 20 or that 1 in 50 and build a genuine connection than
we're all getting that radar of like, oh, this kind of feels like AI. All you got to do is do a fucking search in your Gmail to be like, do I use these words normally? If yes, keep using them. Use ever-evolving landscape all day because you used to say that pre-AI. Now, post, you never said that before. So what words is the AI putting in your posts that you never used to say before? Another great thing that happens when you write a lot. Writing also helps you get your thoughts out. It makes you form thoughts. It makes you think about an audience. I'm afraid of those trust loss moments. It's funny. We're mortgaging our fucking trust with this AI shit. So what happens is I'm so afraid of letting AI write for me or do too many things for me, not on little prototypes and things that I build, not on like ideation, on writing. Because if somebody gets the feeling that, this feels a little AI-ish, that person, all their referrals, poof, gone. Hope it was worth it.
What's the time the data told you one thing, but your gut told you something else, and you went with your gut?
It's less the data and it's more consensus.
When a founder says we want to rank number one, like what's the conversation they should really be having with you?
What are the set of assumptions that you believe that will lead to for your business? And then they ask you, they answer it. And then you say, and what else? And they give you more. And you go, is that how you keep your job? And then they pause and they reflect. Is that in your 10Q? No? Okay. What are the assumptions? Well, if I rank number one, then I'll get more traffic. You know, you're COBOL, bro. Like, that's an old way of thinking. That if you rank number one, like you did at your last job 6 years ago, that you got 6% click-through rates and that you did all the math. And then that math led to X. Let me show you the actual math. You sure you still want to rank number one? You know, you're out here writing AI slop content to try to chase that number one ranking instead of finding ways to use AI to interview the people inside your company that have been with you for 15, 16 years and ask them what they think about these topics so you get an authentic voice out there. Because right now people are buying authenticity.
What's the difference between content that moves traffic and content that moves people?
Content that moves traffic, I don't get paid in visibility. If you don't figure out how to turn visibility into people believing things about your business, I believe these people could help me someday. Cool. I want to follow them. I want to sign up for their newsletter. That then puts you in an opportunity to be chosen by them when their problems pop up that they think you can solve. Visibility alone does not get you believed or chosen. Dare I say, if you take a lot of shortcuts on your way to being visible, people see that and go, oh, God, is this the work that they did to be visible? I love when I pitch for a GEO project and I show someone how they got ranked. So that's what they're going to do for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want to do? Go ask them to take that page, to turn their screen on, share screen as they go through their Google Analytics, and ask them to look at the direct traffic to that page. Why is there no direct traffic to that page? So now we're showing up in our AI tracker as being visible, but that page never gets shared from one human to another human to where that traffic would come in direct. Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, WhatsApp groups, you know, all the Discord, all the places where humans get together to share recommendations with other humans, all that's direct. So you got this page and it's getting all this visibility. Great. Can you show me how much traffic you're getting to that page direct? Oh, I don't want to show you that. Well, why not? I don't want to look at my Google Analytics someday and find out that the shit you did for me that got me visible doesn't lead to any humans thinking better about my brand where they want to share it with other humans.